Hello friends and beautiful people. I'm on a roll today. This is my third video. I did do one and put it on Rumble if you want to go watch that one. It's not for the faint at heart. So I am canning the beef stew from the chuck roast that my husband bought at the grocery store. And one funny thing that we found was that they actually cut those roasts in half this way. So they were like this thick, about 1.5 inches maybe. They were half the thickness that they normally are. I think they did that just as a way to ease the pain of buying them. So I'm going to show you how I can my beef stew. I like to can this up for Hubs if I'm out of town or if we just need a quick warm-up dinner. This is the way to go. And it's one of his favorites. So let me get you started here. All right. So oops, nice. Show these different bowls. So in this bowl here, I have cut up my beef into small chunks. In this one, I've cut up some of our, our onions into little wedges. In this bowl here, I have some of our purple carrots, from our garden. And I chose these this time rather than the orange ones. Hubs doesn't like to just eat these fresh. They're very carroty. They're very earthy carroty. They'll be great for a roast or the stew that we're gonna do today, but not so much just to grab one and eat it. So we'll save the red ones in the garden for him for that. And then in this bowl, I have a bunch of potatoes. And these potatoes have been washed 3 or 4 times. If you can see, the water on them is clear now, and that's what you want. You want that water to be clear. You want to make sure you get rid of as much of that starch as possible. Otherwise, it's going to show up when you're canning. So what I've done is I've sterilized all my jars, and I'm just going to come over here and put my beef in like this. And then I'm a big smusher. So I'm going to smush it all down. And we're not using quite as much beef as we used to, for obvious reasons. And I like to put these bowls, and this is going to sound really geekish, I like to put these in the order that I put them in, just because then I don't forget to put something in. The last time I did not do this, I ended up with a hot mess. I had a couple that I had forgot to put the onions in or whatever. So then I'm just gonna do a layer of my carrots. Again, I'm gonna mush it down. Then I'm gonna do a layer of my onions. Now when I warm these up, I will add some garlic to them, but garlic is not safe to can. So we're not gonna put any garlic in these yet. Again, we're gonna smush that down. I think I want a few more onions in there. You can never have too many onions or garlic, but you know how that goes. All right, and now we're gonna put some potatoes in. And I try not to put too much, look at my fingers, they're purple from peeling those carrots. And I'm gonna fill my jar the rest of the way with my potatoes. And we wanna fill this to about a 1/2 inch headspace. You can put a couple more in there. Those last few, I just come in here and just smush them down in. All right, and then I'm going to add a teaspoon of my canning salt. And then I will take, after I get all of these made for a canner, I will wipe all of the rims off with vinegar, and then I will put the lids on to seal, and I'll put them in the canner, and I will can these for 90 minutes. And it's 90 minutes because that's how long you need for meat at 10 pounds of pressure in my altitude. You'll need to consult your canning book for your altitude and your canning time, but you always go with the highest number. So if you've got, you know, potatoes are, let's say potatoes are 15 minutes and this is 10 minutes or whatever, but the beef is 90, you want to go with that 90 minutes. You want to go with the highest one. So that's it. After I do this, I'm going to pressure can everything the way I normally would for 90 minutes. And then my husband will have some stew on the shelf for later. I hope this was informative. I know it was just a quickie video. I'm not going to bore you with putting them in the canner and all of that. But until next time, be blessed and be a blessing.